The topic is consistency the bane of your existence. So hello, my name is Naima. This is God Power Live. This, where you are right now, is God Power Live. It's where the original woman comes to connect with her likeness and refine her emotions so she can stop procrastinating, stop the inner war, stop playing small, stop hiding, and do what she be great is the simplified version. Do what she came here for. Girl, I use so much. Girl, my hair absorbs product so much. So today's topic is is consistency the bane of your existence? Is consistency the bane of your existence? So a woman brought this up during the master class, which is why I'm bringing it up right now. And my first response to her was, do you have problems being consistent with brushing your teeth and showering? Do you have, thank you for those hearts. Do you have issues being consistent with doing things that you like to do? That woman signed up for Shadow Gold very soon thereafter. Okay? And they were like, wow, when you say it out loud, the simplicity of it all. See, this is the power of being around the right people. You don't just want to be in a community, you want to be in the right community. You don't want to just marry a wife, you want to marry the right wife. And how do you know what's right? What's taking you where you want to go? What's taking you where your soul says you are meant to go? What has your soul told you you are meant to go? I knew long time ago I was meant to be rich. Y'all, any of y'all in here just, even if you've been, because I've been dead, stank ass, dirty hole broke. Not showering for days at a time, drinking myself to sleep. I know broke. Even when I was at that level, I knew I was meant to be rich. Whether I've had money, not have it, got some, it's feast or famine, it's shaky. Your soul told you a long time ago. You were moving about like an abundant, rich person before you even knew what abundance and richness was. Yeah. So, you are what's right, how you decide what's right for you, the mentor that's right for you, the community that's right for you, the content that's right for you, the man that you date or work with, marry, whatever, the woman who you work with, date, marry, whatever. How do you know they're right? Is this taking me where my soul knows I'm to go? Is it? Yes or no? Is it? Because if it's just a little thrill for the moment, you better be clear that it's just a little thrill for the moment. And don't get confused, okay? Like how when you start making lifelong decisions when you broke, that's a bad idea. You pick a mate when you broke. You pick where you're gonna live because you broke. You pick, right? While committing to some long-term decision based on a temporary circumstance. It's a poor choice. So I say all that to say that this woman, she's a doctor as well. And I actually visited her page on TikTok and I was like, I can already see she fucking around. This is what I said to myself, okay? She fucking around. There she go, fucking around. But I didn't say nothing. Plenty of people fucking around, right? And she showed up to my master class today and I called her ass out. Hey, Black. Hey, Black. Hey, Black. Uh, is that you in who I talked to yesterday in Seattle? I think so. I could be wrong. And she said to me, consistency is the bane of my existence. So I'd like to have a kind of conversation with you all here now. And I'm not gonna be here long today. Consistency, and I said to her, is showering and brushing your teeth, you have difficulty being consistent with that? Well, of course not. Right? The thing, do you have difficulty being consistent with shopping? Do you have difficulty being consistent with the things you want to do? So there's something about content you don't want to do. Okay, well, what is it? Well, I don't want to be seen because my mom already this and da, 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 da. So this is where you're wrong. You're in error and you don't realize it. You think it's just, well, I'm not good with consistency. Yeah. And this is also what happens when you're working alone all the time. You're in your own head, like everybody on the master class talked about being in their own head. You're by yourself in the morning thinking, you know, you're making decisions and you're thinking, and that limited thinking is the one that's making all the decisions for your life. How horrible is that? And when you get sick and tired, you know what I mean? When you got, that's my niece banging at the door, y'all. If y'all hear a 3-year-old, almost 3-year-old banging at the door. Sweetest thing I've ever known. She's adorable. You know, and it's like when you get sick of yourself, it seems like people don't do nothing until they get sick of themselves. They get pissed off and nothing. Braxton, I am busy right now. Please, I'll see you in a little while, okay? Thank you. And that's what it's going to take, unfortunately. It seems like that's what it takes. I wish that wasn't the reality, but most people don't move until the pain get great enough, all right? So I would just like to have you consider if there's something you have difficulty being consistent with, if there's something you have difficulty being consistent with, it's not about, oh, I'm not good with consistency. There's a reason why you're not, because you are not, if there's something you like to do, you have zero problem being consistent with that. And if you do, that's typically clinical depression. If you have difficulty doing things that you actually typically enjoy, most likely that's a clinical depression thing going on that you probably want to go see a psychiatrist about. But if you like to watch sports, if you like to play video games, if you like to shop, if you like to play in makeup, if you have zero problem being consistent with that. Zero. So if you're like, I want to create more content, I want to be consistent with my content, but consistency is the bane of my existence. No, it's not. You're in error and you just don't realize it. There's something deeper going on that has you afraid. And so the mentor is the one who asks you the penetrating questions that helps you get down into the source of your delay. There's always a reason why. Okay, so I invite you today. I'm closing here. I want to go see if that was who I. Oh, I like that. Oh, okay, yeah. Um, I invite you to question yourself deeper. If you have something that you want to do and you're like, I know I'm supposed to, I know I just keep procrastinating. I keep wasting time. I know I need to, I want to, I've been meaning to. You want to question yourself deeper. Well, what's the payoff? Some of the questions you can ask yourself are, well, what's the payoff to stay in procrastination? What's the payoff? No, that sounds strange. There is no payoff. Well, yeah, it is. If staying where you are is comfortable, that's the payoff. If staying where you are feels safer, it feels known, it's familiar, you don't have to be confronted by unfamiliarity, that's the payoff. I get to stay inside my comfort. That's the payoff. Because when you embark on this thing that you want to do, but oh God, I don't know if I can do that. I've never done this before. What are people gonna think? And oh shit. Then that's when you start saying stuff like, I don't know why. I don't know. I'm procrastinating. I know I need to get to it. So ask yourself, what's the payoff for you staying where you are? That's one. Number two, if you're older, think about the time you've wasted so far. When you're younger, you have difficulty thinking like this because you think you got all the time in the world. But when you're older, I'll say older, like over 45, you can look back and be like, well, God, where did the last 20 years go? What have I done in the last 20 years? And ask yourself, how do I feel about wasting more time? How do I feel about getting to 78, assuming you get there? How do I feel about getting to 78? And when I'm sitting in the last month of my life, my memory is, I just procrastinated because I was scared. I didn't know what to do. I had a lot going on, and you in your last month, right? If you're younger, think about the joy of what you want. Like, why is content creation important to you? Even if you're older, you can, well, why does content creation matter? Well, I want to make money. I want to be known. I want to help people. I want to really make a difference, right? So ask yourself, what is the benefit of getting consistent with payoff? Well, shit, confidence, because confidence comes from action. Confidence, confidence. So those are some questions you can begin to ask yourself more deeply if procrastination, I mean, yeah, that too. Procrastination and consistency are the bane of my existence. All right. So I'm on my way out of here. Uh, there's so much more. Lots of love. I am here every weekday at 12 p.m. Pacific. Again, this is God Power Live with Naima. This is where the original woman comes to connect with her likeness and refine her emotions so she can stop hiding, end the inner war, and do what she came here for. Lots of love. Au revoir. Au revoir.